Have you ever wondered what you'd do for a massive pile of cash? What if all it took was playing a few children's games? Sounds easy, right? Well, for the desperate contestants in Squid Game, that offer turns into an inescapable nightmare. It all starts with a simple game of dokji in a subway station, a mysterious business card, and a phone call that seals their fate. This isn't just a story about a game. It's a deep dive into human desperation and the dark truth about the world we live in. Today, we're breaking down the entire saga of Squid Game, from that first deadly game to the shocking reveals and what it all really means. The contestants wake up in a strange, colorful facility, all wearing identical green tracksuits. They're told they can win billions of won just by playing 6 games. It seems too good to be true, and it is. The first game is red light, green light. A giant, creepy doll sings a tune, and players must freeze when she turns around. Simple enough. But when the first person moves and is shot on the spot, panic erupts. The cheerful music is drowned out by screams and gunfire. What was a schoolyard game becomes a horrifying massacre. In that moment, everyone understands the terrifying reality. Losing means death. There's no turning back. The sheer shock and brutality of this scene sets the tone for everything that follows. The game isn't just about winning money. It's about survival at its most primal. After the bloodbath of the first game, a majority of players vote to leave. They're sent back to their miserable lives, only to find that the crushing weight of their debt is a different kind of prison. The outside world is just as brutal, just slower. So, one by one, most of them choose to return to the games. This is where the real psychological horror begins. Back in the dorm, alliances start to form. People team up, thinking their strength in numbers. Ji-hun, the down-in-his-luck protagonist, forms a group with the elderly Oh Il-nam, his childhood friend, Sang-woo, the North Korean defector, Sabyok, and the kind-hearted Ali. They promise to help each other survive. But in Squid Game, trust is a luxury no one can afford. The second game, Honeycomb, forces them to carve shapes from a fragile sugar candy. It's a test of precision, but also of cleverness, as Gi-hun learns a life-saving trick from Sabyok. The bonds seem to be strengthening, but the system is designed to break them. The organizers even intentionally short them on food to provoke conflict. A riot breaks out, and the strongest, most ruthless players, like the gangster Deoksu, assert their dominance through violence. You quickly learn that the person you trust today might be the one who pushes you off a ledge tomorrow. This cruel dynamic is pushed to its absolute limit in the third game, Tug of War. This isn't just about strength, it's about strategy and, most importantly, teamwork. Ji-hun's team, with an old man and 2 women, seems doomed against Deoksu's team of big, strong men. But Oh Il-nam, the old man, reveals a winning strategy. It's a moment of triumph. They worked together and survived. They feel invincible, but the game masters are always one step ahead. The next game is designed to shatter that very trust. Players are told to pair up with someone they trust most. Ji-hun chooses the old man, Sang-woo pairs with Ali, and Sabyok teams up with another young woman. They think they'll be competing together. The cruel twist. They have to play a game of marbles against their partner, and only one person from each pair can survive. This is the ultimate betrayal. Spouses are pitted against each other. Friends are forced to deceive one another. Sang-woo, the brilliant but cold-hearted strategist, tricks the trusting Ali out of his marbles, sending him to his death. Jia-hun faces an agonizing game against the old man, who seems to be suffering from dementia, only to realize he's being manipulated as well. He wins, but the victory is hollow, filled with guilt and grief. This game proves that in this world, emotional connections are just another weakness to be exploited. While the players are fighting for their lives, a whole other drama is unfolding behind the scenes. A detective, Hwang Jun-ho, sneaks into the facility, disguised as one of the masked workers, searching for his missing brother. This is where we see the inner workings of the game. The entire operation is run like a military organization. There are different masks for different ranks. Circles are the workers, triangles are the soldiers, and squares are the managers. They live under a strict, almost cult-like regime, stripped of their identities, just like the players. Above them all is the frontman, a mysterious figure in a black mask who oversees everything. He communicates with the game's founder and enforces the rules with absolute authority. And then there are the VIPs, wealthy, masked elites, who arrive to watch the final games live. They lounge on gold couches, drinking expensive liquor and betting on human lives as if it were a horse race, one of them says. The show was most entertaining when you guys were killing each other. This is the dark truth of Squid Game. It's not about fairness or giving people a second chance. It's a spectacle, a form of depraved entertainment for the ultra-rich who are bored with everything else the world has to offer. The players' suffering is their sport. The detective, Jun-ho, gets closer and closer to the truth, discovering a horrifying archive of every game ever played, dating back decades. He finds his brother's file and learns he was a previous winner. But before he can escape and expose everything, he is cornered by the frontman, and in a shocking confrontation, the frontman removes his mask, revealing that he is, in fact, Junho's missing brother, In-ho. The man controlling this entire horrific system was once a player himself. He won the game, took the money, and then chose to come back and run it. Why? We don't get the full story, but it suggests a terrifying cycle. The trauma and emptiness of winning can be so profound that the game becomes the only thing that makes sense. The victim becomes the perpetrator. In-ho shoots his own brother, who falls off a cliff, seemingly to his death, protecting the secrecy of the games at all costs. This reveal completely changes our understanding of the system. It's not just run by faceless monsters. It's run by people who were broken by it first. Now, only 3 players remain: Ji-hun, Sang-woo, and Sabyok. They face the 5th game, Glass Bridge. They must cross a high-rise bridge made of glass panels. Some are tempered and safe. Others are regular glass and will shatter. It's a game of pure luck, until a former glassmaker uses his knowledge to identify the safe panels. But time is running out, and Sang-woo, in a moment of pure ruthlessness, pushes the man to his death to reveal the final safe panel. By the end, the 3 survivors make it across, but Sabyok is severely injured by flying glass. Back in the dorm, as Ji-hun tends to her, Sang-woo seizes the opportunity and kills her, ensuring it will be a 1-1 final. The last game is Squid Game, the very same violent street game he and Ji-hun played as kids. They fight brutally in the dirt and rain, a dark echo of their childhood friendship. Ji-hun finally overpowers Sang-woo, but he can't bring himself to deliver the final blow. He invokes a clause to quit the game, willing to give up the prize money to save his friend. But Sang-woo, consumed by shame and guilt, takes his own life, telling Ji-hun to take the money for his mother. Ji-hun wins. The piggy bank full of cash descends from the ceiling. He has survived. But as he looks at the prize, all he can feel is emptiness. Winning meant losing everything he cared about, including his own humanity. Gi-hun returns to the real world, a broken man. The prize money sits untouched in his bank account for a year. His mother has passed away. He's haunted by the faces of those who died. The money is not a prize. It's a curse, a constant reminder of the horror he endured. He is about to leave the country to see his daughter when he receives a final invitation from his Jiganbu, the old man, Ilnam. It turns out Ilnam wasn't just player 001. He was the billionaire mastermind behind the entire game. On his deathbed, he reveals he created the games out of boredom and a cynical belief that all humans are inherently selfish. He even played in the games himself for one last thrill before he died. This is the ultimate betrayal for Gi-hun. The one person he thought was a genuine friend was the architect of his suffering. This revelation finally snaps Gi-hun out of his stupor. He gets a haircut, dyes his hair bright red, a symbol of his Rajan, decides to take action. Just as he's about to board his flight, he sees someone else being recruited for the game. He calls the number on the card and tells the front man, "I can't forgive you for everything you're doing." He turns away from the plane, determined to expose and destroy the game once and for all. The game never really ended for him, and now he's choosing to go back in, not as a player, but as a hunter. This sets the stage for a much darker, more expansive future, proving that surviving the game is one thing, but stopping it is a whole new battle. Thank you so much for watching our full breakdown of Squid Game. What do you think will happen next? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.